Hello boys and welcome back to another TCG Live pack opening. Today we're back with 8 Scarlet and Violet Surging Sparks packs. Starting us off we have this kind of Oricorio, or as I call them, the pink one, dancing on the island at sunset. Ooh, the model Applin sitting on the rock. Scatterbug amongst all the flowers as a leaf falls on their head. Sigalith slipping their way through the rocks as they fly around the ravine. Miraidon charging up a couple of zaps with his laser cannons. Braviary diving into the water to grab him a snack. Latios flying super fast through the ravine. I love how there's like a little flat section there where there's enough water for like a waterfall. Cool little detail. I'm not even going to try and butcher this man's name. A trainer for our first reverse. Our second is a Colberberry trainer. And our rare is the Hollow Rabska out in the Mesa. Got the red Oricorio dancing as it throws around some leaves. Execute sliding down the hill. Some seem to be enjoying it a bit more than the others. Charcadet on a jog. Crocolore holding his stomach, wondering when his next meal is gonna come. The very nice Koraidon as they power up. A Babiri trainer. Cerule Edge sword out stretched, ready for battle. The Glimora floating through the cave with many mineral formations for our first reverse. The second is our Walrein, who has just dived into the water, and our rare of the pack, the nice hollow Cofagrigus as they extend their mini hands. Esper sitting on the couch filled with pillows. Vibrava flying away from the erupting volcano, I'm thinking. Sigalith sliding in between the rocks in the ravine. Rufflet perched on the tree branch. Koraidon powering up. Registeel unleashing a flash cannon. Ho-Oh flying right above the clouds at sunset. The red Oricorio throwing leaves in all directions. Gravity Mountain Trainer for our first reverse. Or I second, I guess the Oricorio was our first. And once again, the Cofagrigus Hollow with its hands extending out. Ooh, a nice Mess Spirit floating over Lake Verity at sunset. I believe that's Mess Spirit's lake. Helioptile, ears out, collecting some zaps. Mankey swinging through the trees. Crocolore looking for his next meal. The Appleton taking flight. I'm surprised that man can actually fly, to be real with you. Once again, the Miraidon charging up energy in his cannons. The Alolan Dugtrio, beautiful hair blowing in the breeze while they send... Is that sitting or standing? as they stand on the coast. Ooh, the nice Delmise having washed up on shore. The very mossy shore, for that matter. For our first reverse, our second is a nice Duskball trainer. And our rare of the pack, a nice Hollow Zarude. Haven't seen that man in a while. Alrighty boys, I say we're about halfway there. Zuelos in the fields unleashing some wind. A nice Feel floating in the water next to the island with an iceberg behind them. Dino walking through the dense jungle. Relor doing a ball check. Terra Orb Trainer. Walrein diving into the water. Latios flying fastly through the ravine. A Meryl just relaxing in the grass, observing the yellow and red flowers. Oh, a Xerneas unleashing some beams for our first reverse. Or I guess our second. And the Tapu Lele in the flower field for our hollow rare. Few packs to go. The Applin model once again perched on the rock. Panseer looking out over the lake. Mankey swinging through the trees. Dedenne running around on top of the pipes in the facility. Duskfall Trainer. Registeel unleashing a flash cannon. Callbell Trainer. Duraludon charging up an attack for our first reverse. Yeah, there we go. A Kecleon. Ooh, a wonderfully done Kecleon. This art style is amazing. And for our holo rare, we have the East and West Gastrodons circling each other at the bottom of the sea. Mankey once again swinging through the trees. Tandem Mouse in the wonderfully simplistic forest, I love it. The red Oricorio throwing leaves up as it walks. Celio looking down at its reflection in the water. Registeel unleashing a flash cannon. The Paldean Tauros in the savannah preparing to charge. Flapple preparing to take flight from the tree. Execute walking down the very, very mossy and overgrown steps for our first reverse. Second is the Smoochum under the stars. And our rare, ooh, a nice Sylveon EX. I think that's Terra Stellar, if I'm not mistaken. Alrighty boys, it's come that time once again to find out is last pack best pack or not. In short, on a pack by pack basis for this opening, does the final pack contain the best stuff of the opening? We got a pretty decent shot at it with that EX that we just saw being the best thing we've seen all day. So let's see what we got. Bouffalant going in for a fierce horn attack. Quaxwell balancing on the rock. The Sunnyform cast form, enjoying the sun rays. Togepi napping in the field. Callbell Trainer. The Espathra in the desert as the wind picks up. Miraidon charging up his cannons. The Alolan Diglett on the beach with the volcano behind them for our first reverse. Second is a nice Vivillon amongst all the blooming flowers. And the rare of the pack. Ah, a nice hollowed Terrapagos. I believe this... Isn't that actually like his... I think that's normal form, right? I guess, I don't know. But unfortunately, boys, that's gonna be another no for last pack best pack. I know that for sure. The EX from the last pack was just one notch higher than this. Well, not a whole lot of fancy stuff for today, but as always, we got to see some great art. I always love to see the beautiful art that these people do. That's honestly one of the reasons if you're new around here and you wonder why I do the card scroll every time, it's because while opening, we don't get a full detailed look at these cards, so I like to at least go through and give y'all a second to pause and take a look at these cards if you really wanted to, because honestly, the art they do nowadays is truly to be praised. They have very much so steered away from just doing generic cards. If there are generic cards, they've gotten much better at like masking them as non-generic cards, and what I mean by generic cards is essentially they'll just slap what you would find if you opened up the Pokedex, the same picture of what you would find in like a physical Pokedex or a guidebook, and they just put it on a card with some plain ass background. Those are the generic cards that I speak of, and I haven't seen those in a while, honestly. But alrighty boys, I'm gonna stop yapping and I'm gonna let you go. Though if you do want to hear me yap about some more cards, there are daily uploads around here, some days more, so there's plenty of other openings already on the channel. Alrighty boys, as always I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you on Tuesday for the next TCG Live pack opening. See you then, and enjoy the card scroll.